I truly do believe there is way more cheating in all sports than we truly realize. I think it's way more prevalent than we actually think. And obviously, we know the ones who get caught are the ones that, are on blast. Oh, man, what an idiot. Look at this guy juicing, or look at this team in baseball stealing signs. For the most part, I don't think the players and the teams that get caught cheating in all different kind of sports are isolated, that they're the only ones doing it. They're only the ones that got caught. Because you think about it, look how much pressure, look how much money there is now in sports. We put a lot of money in gambling. We put a lot of money in merchandise sales and attendance and social media attention to those teams, those players who win. So now that kind of leads to everyone looking for some sort of edge to try to give themselves the best chance to win. And unfortunately, as we know, a lot of those edges kind of do cut corners in the rule books. So when you look at teams, let's say, like the Astros, right? And even the Red Sox, because they were also busted for sign stealing in their own way. Astros, Red Sox, the Patriots, those are obviously the big teams that got caught cheating in their respective sports. But look, I'll be honest, when the Red Sox scandal came down in 2019, when that athletic, great job by Evan Drellick, great job by Ken Rosenthal, really going to the source, getting to the bottom of all this cheating that happened with the Astros, and basically alerting the public and everyone else that, hey, this 2017 team was doing things illegally that no one else was doing. This is where my brain went after kind of reading everything. The Astros obviously kind of pushed the limits, and they went probably further than any other team did. But at the same time, do I actually honestly think that the Astros were the only team stealing signs in one aspect or another? I don't. I think every team has their own sort of situation to do it, has their own way of doing so. And maybe the Astros was the most egregious, most obvious. But I do think that every team in baseball is trying somehow to gain an edge, whether it's sign stealing, whether it's picking up on tendencies, and skirting the rules to do so. I mean, you read the athletic pieces. Basically, MLB was begging teams to cheat. They have video rooms that every team has access to in-game. No one's really monitoring it. So, yeah, when you have cameras, like, with the center field camera, we see sometimes they'll flash to the catcher putting down signs. We see it at home. Well, you don't think the players see it? You don't think that they can find a way to, hey, man, if Johnny knows a fastball's coming in, that would be really good for us, right? First and second. Man, if he knows a fastball's coming, he could really do some real damage here and gives us a chance to win. So I think the Astros were the ones who got caught, and the Red Sox were the ones who got caught. But I don't believe they were the only two teams doing it. I think way more teams, not every team in baseball, was doing something, one way or another, that maybe hurts the integrity of the game, maybe wasn't exactly following the rules to the letter of the law. Patriots, same thing. Spygate, Deflategate. To me, they're not the only team that is trying to gain an edge one way or another and skirting the rule book to do so. I mean, in college sports, now we're finally getting momentum, at least it seems, for players allowing to benefit off their name, image, and likeness, right? Now you could finally get money for being Johnny Manziel at Texas A&M, or Tim Tebow at Florida, or Trevor Lawrence at Clemson. Now fans, or now those players at big-time programs that are at the top of their game, they can actually make money for who they are, just like every other student. If you are a great violin player, if you are a smart engineer in college, people can pay you to do things. Except athletes. Now, finally, we are coming in the 21st century with that. But before that, athletes could make zero money. So you don't think that teams are paying Trevor Lawrence to go to Clemson? Or you don't think that big-time basketball recruits are going to Duke like Zion Williamson, just going to Duke for the love of the game? Every big-time, not even, every college basketball program, I'm going to assume, pays players to come there one way or another. Whether you are the number one recruit, or whether you're the number 400 recruit. There's always something there to help attract you, to give yourself, your team, your program, some sort of extra incentive to get a player there. So college football, college basketball, I 100% think most, if not all teams, are paying players to come there one way or another. I'm not naive to think that, hey, only the ones that got caught, only the ones that were in the HBO documentary about those 4 assistant coaches that were jailed and prosecuted for kind of funneling money one way to recruits. I'm not naive to think that, hey, Rick Pitino's the only coach, breaking the rules or looking the other way when assistants, in his mind, are doing rogue activities. It happens everywhere.